ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। 18th chapter, 42nd verse. Here Sri Krishna is telling how the different castes, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, their karmas have been classified according to their nature or their gunas. Shamo damas tapas shaucham kshantirarjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma swabhavajam. So shama hai control of mind, dama hai control of the senses, tapa hai austerity. Tapa hai is austerity because tapa means heat. When someone goes against or works against the sense organs, then heat is generated. Shaucham, purity. Kshanti, forbearance, Sahishnuta. Arjavam, straightforwardness. Jnanam, knowledge. Vijnanam, realization. So knowledge is that which you get. Vijnanam is knowledge and experience. Knowledge and your own understanding of that knowledge, your experience of that knowledge. So there is an experiential aspect in Vijnanam. Astikyam, belief. Belief in something that is beyond the body-mind complex, something which is eternal, something which goes on and on. Brahma karma swabhavajam. This is the nature or the duties born out of the nature of Brahmana. Shauryam tejo dhritir dakshyam yuddhe chapya palayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma swabhavajam. Shauryam, prowess. Teja hai, boldness. Dhritihi, fortitude. Dakshyam, dexterity. Yuddhe, in battle. Cha and api, also apalayanam, not flying. Danam, generosity. Ishvara bhavaha, sovereignty. And cha and swabhavajam, born of the nature. Kshatram, of Kshatriyas. Karma, duties. So prowess, boldness, fortitude, dexterity, and not palayanam, running away or flying away, literally flying away, but running away from battle. So not running away from battle, apalayanam. Generosity, danam, charity, and Ishvara bhava, that is sovereignty, are the duties of Kshatriyas because it is born of their nature. Krishi Gaurakshya Vanijyam, Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam, Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Swabhavajam. So here we have to understand that all these castes are determined according to one's guna. Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Earlier Sri Krishna has said. So they are determined, or these castes come based on one's guna. And here the guna of Vaishya is Krishi, Gaurakshya, Vanijyam. So Krishi, agriculture, Gaurakshya, bringing up cattle, and Vanijyam, trade. Swabhavajam, these are born of the nature of Vaishya karma, the duties of Vaishya. And Shudrasya, of a Shudra, api also, Paricharyatmakam, consisting of service, karma, action, swabhavajam, born of the nature. So Service is what is the activity of a Shudra. So Shudra would always do service activity. Paricharyatmakam, Paricharya, service. And that is the duty of a Shudra. Now, it also means that a person cannot claim to be of a particular caste, a particular varna, just because that person has been born into a particular family of that varna. One has to do these things to claim to belong to a particular varna. So, if that is the criteria, then how many Brahmanas and Kshatriyas are there in the modern day? Very few. Most of us are either Vaishyas or Shudras. Very few are true Brahmanas and true Kshatriyas. That we have to always keep in mind. Sve sve karmanya bhiratah samsiddhim labhate narah swakarma niratah siddhim yatha vindati tachrunu. So, sve sve, each in one's own, karmani, to duty, abhiratah, devoted, narah, human being, samsiddhim, the highest perfection, labhate, attains, swakarma niratah, engaged in one's own duty, yatha, how, siddhim, perfection, vindati, attains, tat, that, shrunu, here. So devoted to one's own duty, a human being attains the highest perfection. How can a person who is engaged in one's own duty attain perfection? Please hear that. So everyone is, if that person is devoted to one's own duty, that human being can attain the highest perfection. So how to attain that? Being engaged in one's duty, how to attain perfection? Hear about that. Just hear. Yatah pravrittihi bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamam bhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. Yatah, from whom, bhutanam, of all living beings, pravrittihi, the evolution happens, yena, by whom, idam, this, sarvam, all, tatam, is pervaded, manavaha, human being, swakarmana, with one's own duty, tam abhyarchya, that entity, abhyarchya, worshipping, siddhim vindati, perfection attains. So from whom is the evolution of all beings? Yatova imani bhutani jayante, Taittiriya Upanishad says that. By whom all this is pervaded. Worshipping that entity with one's own duty, a human being attains perfection. So, a person has to worship God or Brahman. How can you worship Brahman? That means the ultimate reality. Call whatever you may. One has to worship that ultimate reality by performing one's duties. One's duties which are given to one or which comes to one depending upon one's own gunas. So one performs these duties, and by performing these duties with a worshipful attitude to that principle which is the source of all living beings, and consequently is also where all living beings go back when there is dissolution of the universe, and by which principle all this is pervaded. Worshipping that person with one's own duty, a human being attains perfection. So, how does that happen? Now, our true nature is of Atman or Brahman, but that true nature has been covered by Maya. And this Maya has further led to us believing that we are the agents and we are the enjoyers. And so there are so many effects of actions which are created on our chitta. And this covering, which becomes thicker and thicker over time, prevents a person to come face to face with one's own true nature. So, if a person can exhaust one's karma with no further thinking, no further thought that it is one's own doing, that is, with no thought that I am the doer or I am the enjoyer. If people can just do their karma without thinking any further that I am the doer or I am the enjoyer, then this covering can be removed. And when the covering is removed, then a person understands one's true nature and becomes close to one's true nature. That is the idea. So that is why there should be a worshipful attitude. There should be a attitude of surrender. And that has to be done in one's own guna. Very important. One's own guna. That's why Sri Krishna says in the 47th verse, Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmas swanushtitat swabhava niyatam karma kurvan apnoti kilbisham. Vigunaha, so imperfect, means though it might be imperfect, swadharmaha, in one's own dharma, swa anushtitat, which is well performed, paradharmat, then the dharma of another, shreyan, better, swabhava niyatam, controlled or dictated by one's nature, karma, the duty, kurvan, doing, kilbisham, evil, na, not, apnoti, incurs. So a person doing one's own dharma is better, though that might be imperfect, is better than the dharma of another person, means somebody's else dharma, which might be well performed. Because a person who does one's own duty does not get any evil. So one's own duty means that is swadharma. If you perform your swadharma, you will not get any problem. So for example, snake is there. Snake, a poisonous snake, has the poison within it, but it does not affect the snake because it is its guna, it is its property. Similarly, a person, if one performs actions according to one's own dharma, one's own property, it would not affect that person, that would not bring any harm to that person. And so it's always better to do one's own dharma, even if it is vigunaha, even if it is not properly done, even if it is done, not properly done, rather than doing something which is properly done, rather than doing something which is proper. Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api na tyajet sarvarambha hi doshena dhumena agniriva avritaha. So Kaunteya, son of Kunti, sadosham, though it has got evil, api, though, sahajam, which is born, karma, the duty, na, not, tyajet, one should not relinquish, one should not give up. He, for, sarvarambaha, all undertakings, dhumena, by smoke, agnihi, fire, iva, as doshena, by evil, avritaha, are enveloped. So one should not relinquish, O son of Kunti. That is, sadosham api sahajam karma na tyajet. The duty to which one is born, even if it is having some defect, even if it is having some defect, one should not give up one's duty to which one is born. So, duty to which one is born does not mean the caste in which one is born, the guna in which one is born. That is the idea. Because why should one not give up that? Because all arambha, all undertakings are covered by defects or evil. All undertakings are covered by evil. Just like fire is covered by smoke. Sri Ramakrishna says, in this world, nothing can be perfect. Like when you go to a jeweler to make ornaments, get jewels. So the jeweler makes jewels but has to add something to gold. Completely pure gold you cannot make ornaments with 24 karat gold. Means it is not possible. You have to add something so that that gold is held on. The binding something material you have to add. So all undertakings means one's duties and others' duties. One cannot give that up. One should not give that up. One's duties, even though you feel that it is evil. Because everything is evil in that sense. Everything has a little bit of evil in it. Why? Because the greatest evil is bondage. Greatest evil is ignorance, ajnana, avidya, maya. And as long as one is in the realm of ignorance, one has to suffer this evil. Unless, of course, a person becomes free, like a Jivan Mukta. And so, all these actions, they fall in the realm of the gunas. And all gunas come in the realm of bondage. So that is why, even though apparently someone feels that a particular action is having some defect or evil, one should not give up that action. One should continue performing that action. Asakta buddhihi sarvatra jitatma vigata sprihah naishkarmya siddhim paramam sanyasenadhi gacchati. Sarvatra, everywhere. Asakta buddhihi, whose intellect is unattached. Jitatma, who has subdued one's heart or mind. Vigata sprihah, who has given up one's attachment or desires. Sanyasena, by renunciation. Paramam, the supreme. Naishkarmya siddhim, the perfection consisting in freedom from action. Adhigacchati, attains to. So a person whose intellect is unattached everywhere, sarvataha, sarvatra, everywhere, not in a particular thing. Usually we are very unattached when it comes to things that belongs to others. Things that belong to others. In matters pertaining to others, we are very unattached. Only when it is something related to us, we get attached. A doctor, for instance, in the hospital, looks after patients, treats patients, so many patients every day, does not get any problem. The moment that patient is someone related to the doctor, known to the doctor, then the doctor gets attached. It's disturbed by the treatment. Why? Because there is desire. So that is why sarvatra, everywhere you should have an attachment. And one who has subdued one's heart or mind means what? One who has controlled one's senses. And one who has given up desires. And that sannyasa does not need to be external sannyasa alone. External sannyasa itself might not bring this. So this here, what is meant is internal sannyasa. By renouncing all actions, because that person might also do some actions. Maybe doing some garden work, or maybe giving some teachings to others, or doing some other work. But has given up all actions means has given up all idea of I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. So that person attains supreme perfection. So Paramam, supreme, Naishkarmya Siddhim. So Naishkarmya Siddhim means freedom from action. How do you attain that? When you don't think that you are the doer or you are the enjoyer, you become free from the effects of actions you do. You become free from the effects of the actions you do. So this is a theme which is there in the entire Gita, starting from when Sri Krishna started to speak in the second chapter till the last chapter, 18th chapter, which we are now seeing. This is the theme of the Gita, how to be unattached and how to do actions without thinking that you are the agent or the enjoyer. Without thinking that you are the agent or the enjoyer doing actions. So that is the entire theme of the Gita. And adhigacchati, that person attains that paramam naishkarmya siddhim adhigacchati. That person attains that highest naishkarmya siddhi, highest perfection, where one does not think that one is the agent or one is the enjoyer. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.